just a quick video. I've been messing about with it for about an hour. Between the bottom of the shelf and the PC case itself, it should be about 4 inches or 10 centimeters. I have these slats, I guess, or little vent plates printed out separately because they can be kind of tricky to print in one go. I've added slots on the bottom of all the feet of the shelves so you can slide them in. And when you slide them in and the shelf is on the case itself, it should the weight of the shelf and the cat should keep these in place, or they're friction fit because they're kind of have a tight tolerance. You might have to play a bit with this thing with the tolerances in the slicer. You can change the up and down or Z height to like 98%, so you have a bit more clearance. Same with the X and Y, so you can have like a normal fit. As I don't know if how well the printer might be calibrated, so I just kept it as a quote unquote tight fit. If the cat is on the heavier side, I was kind of scared that these legs, they're about half an inch, a bit less, 10 millimeters thick, which should be fine for most sizes, but I'm not sure how heavy a cat is. I don't own one. I'm scared of these, like splaying out a bit, so I made 2 versions. One that's a bit heavier duty, with like these things are twice as wide essentially, so it should be fine. But if you want to keep them small, I've added these bars that you can slide underneath this specific plate, and it'll basically give you a cross brace between here and here, keeping it together so it doesn't splay out. Underneath these angles, I'm not sure what the angle is on the case, like the fillet. As I don't have the case, I put these at a 10 millimeter fillet. You can change that in the file. If you go here, if you change the diameter of these circles, it changes the diameter of the fillets there. Other than that, so this should take care of if the legs would splay outwards from the weight. Your printer is 250 by 250 by 250 approximately, so I made sure that everything essentially fits. This is 170 plus 20 of the interlock. This is 236, which should barely fit with a few millimeters spare, and top to bottom should also fit. It's 120 millimeters. Let's see, just to show this one. Put this back. I don't care for those fancy animations. I have some teeth essentially, which you can put some glue on, slide them in here. I gave them a little bit of a tolerance, but you might have to sand them down a bit by hand. I added some of the fillets around to give it a bit more strength so they don't tend to snap off, but they should be fine with the size of them. So if you glue the inside and outside of this, push them together, let them dry, it should be fine. And I have this little triangular locking piece essentially that should stop them from pulling out and keeping everything sturdy. For the legs, I was a bit scared that just this surface area wasn't enough. So I had these little pins that you can also print out, stick them in on both sides with glue, like some dowels essentially, and then those should be fine. So yeah, I can't be sure on how strong everything can be, as I'm not the one printing it out, and I do not have a cat to be like, it can probably hold its weight. So as long as you're using some, I think you're using PETG, I believe. Yeah, it should be fine if you do a solid infill. And I'm not sure, how much for you, but it should be fine. I would print them out with the flat side touching the bed, so it prints out like this. But for maximum strength, obviously, you would want to print them out like, if this can work a bit. I don't have a spatial mouse. I would print them out like so. Come on, work with me, thank you. I would print them out like so. because then the layer lines will be the strongest essentially, because it'll print in a big C shape constantly, which is the strongest, but it will use more material as the gap between this leg and this leg will use support. And same with this side, it'll also use a lot of support. So I believe if you use something like 3 supports, it should be fairly efficient, but just keep in mind that printing it like this is the strongest, but also uses more filament. And for the least filament, you'll print it like so. This is about it. You can modify it whatever you want. I will give you the step file. Yeah, and the other version is basically the same. However, the legs are twice as thick, so you might not need this crossbar, but it's up to you. I would also first print out this piece, for instance, and stop at layer, let's say 10, so you can see if the fillet is correct and it fits and it looks aesthetically pleasing before you print out the whole thing. Because if you do print out the whole thing and it doesn't fit for whatever reason, either with the fillet over here or you don't like how it looks, then you're kind of an entire filament roll deep. So that's about it. Yeah, let me know if you need anything changed or don't like it at all. I don't really mind it. I just wanted to faff around a bit with this. So enjoy.